welcome to my playthrough of Diablo 2's Season 2. I think Act 2 is like one of the most underappreciated acts. It's a traversal act, it's an act you just head through. I always remember Act 1 and 2 like super well. They stick in my head a lot more so, to be honest, which just kind of half discounts everything I just said. But they're probably the one I played the most as a kid, because you get that far and then your child brain doesn't let you like sort of proceed any further. It's got no get up and go, or maybe my child brain did. And let me just sort out my inventory. And it just meant when I actually came through to like this playthrough, where I did take each act one at a time and play through them, I was surprised to like do Act 3 and all the things that involves, and actually have to like figure out the way around the jungle and traverse it, and like there's small parts of this game you don't really like see unless you play it in this particular way. It's what I like about playing it a bit slower. You know, you actually see more, the game asks more of you, and you get to see like some progression, like those small items. Like I think I got some Vidalas or some like these boots with like faster run rock and really good stamina on them. They weren't great boots on my last character, but it's just like, oh, I haven't just been gifted these. These are the thing that lets me run from place to place really quickly and get around. And I don't know, that's just neat to be excited about the small things. It's not a Tal Rasha's like amulet or whatever, or like a really high-end item. It's just like something that's going to be useful. I'm going to use it, and I might pawn it off for a couple of perfect gems, and that's just beautiful, you know. But yeah, we're heading to the sewers straight away, because this is where we can fight Radamant, is it? I think it's Radamant, and that gets us a skill point for free. There's also like all of these quests that I never did, like getting free skill points and plus resists for getting Anya as well later on, which is going to be super important. That's like a must do on every single act for us, every single difficulty. No, nice, a nice double resist helm here. I'm starting to find the charge strike, power strike is getting a little ineffective. So I think we need to move over to throwing. Or we might just need some dexterity, so perhaps I'll take that on my next level. What's my... it's still 82%, so it's not bad. There we go, Radamant done. We get our book of skill. So with the sewers done, we need to head out into the desert. I do like how each act has like a really unique feel. You know, you go out into the desert and it has like these big open expanses that you kind of have to wander across to get your bearings, but you can follow the sides a little bit. But then you go to the jungle, it's completely different. And like Act 1, it's like, it almost feels like fields, like really almost British fields actually. The way that you kind of, they're all gated off from each other. Like, it's like if you ever go for a trek across the countryside, you've got like areas you can walk in and you have to walk on the path through. And it has that path that you can literally follow the path from the rogue's encampment all the way through to the boss, pretty much until until you get to the monastery anyway, which I think's really neat. The exit's always like just in that little corner you didn't explore the rest of the area, and the exit's there. So I'm running out of mana potions, and like this game is repetitious, it's long, there's like, you're going to be doing the same things over and over again. But one of my favourite parts to do, or things, and it was similar to like the logic that exists in, oh god, what's the teenage drama JRPG game? Persona series. Yeah, it's similar to the Persona series. Like, you kind of want to dungeon dive in that game and stay out as long as you can. Never coming back to, like reload and, like, get the most exploration, because then you can restart from the point you got up to. And I kind of half like doing that in this game. Like, let's see how far we can get on our current potions. I don't know, you have to play these small games, these small things to keep you entertained when you're playing a long, repetitive game. Into the Halls of the Dead to get the Heradric Cube. That's another point that I really like about this game. Like, it teaches you in a lot of small ways when you don't expect it to. Because when we fought Radamant, you have to fight one of these guys, but for a long time, and you realise he raises the dead. And he's quite strong, and you need to target him. And this game has that, like, that underlying logic a few times leading up to this point. But then you come into an area with lots of those sorts of guys, and you have to, like, try and tactically take them out first before the rest of them. Because otherwise he's just going to keep raising that army. There's our cube. Honestly, like, a very, very important item. It's a increase to our inventory space. It lets us do things like this. And it lets us use cube recipes, which are hugely, hugely important to the game. Nice little belt upgrade, which means we can hold some more potions, which is just, like, always useful. I found one of these belts earlier, but I wanted to wait for a magic one because otherwise... Oh, we want to collect our thing. I don't know what she actually gives us. Nothing by the looks of it. But yeah, I wanted to wait for something because the other one had some, like, alright resists and stuff like that on it. Into the maggot layer. This be a classic area that is going to be much tougher later on. I say that, I played it on Hell recently and it wasn't too bad. You just need teleportation and just be, like, really careful and slow. But all the way up to Hell, like, this place isn't too much of a problem. Ooh, our first item. What is this? Clay Claws. I mean, it's better than this. I actually think I've got alright MF. Where am I up to? 30%. It's not bad for where we're at, actually. Oh, that's a lore helm. Here we go. Let's get our amulet. I am going to clear out this room because I feel like it's a moral obligation to get rid of the big wormy dude. This room is the one that gets you because it just has a lot of these guys. Actually, do you know what? This might even be dangerous on normal. I'm going to try and keep my distance, actually. Amulet of the Viper, check, and then we now have the Staff of Kings, Heradric Staff. Ready to go to the best area of Act 2. Oh, we can well our stealth now as well. And that gets us access to the Haram. And in here, we get the joy. Not yet, not yet. It's in the palace, the under palace part. No? No, we are there. We're in the good music zone. No, it might be in the next area. Look, this is important. God, this faster run walk on the stealth is beautiful. It makes such a difference. I didn't even notice it at first, but then I start running around and I'm like zip-zap-zopping everywhere. It's fantastic. I think this is... no, it's not our first for small charm. Let's see what this small charm is. It is enough. And now to the Arcane Sanctuary. It's great. This was awesome back in the day. It's still awesome now. I just love this whole floating in space thing, the mysticism of it, the juxtaposition against the hellish like metal setting for other sections. I think it's something that later Diablo games, did I talk about this in the last video? I can't remember. But it's something that later Diablo 3 and stuff just really doesn't capitalise on enough. Oh, something we can do right now as well. We can cube up these. Oh, yeah. But 3 of these makes a full rejuve potion. Completely useless to us at the moment because it will absolutely heal way more than we want to. But we want to save these for hell. So that's Route 1 in the Arcane Sanctuary. Let's try Route 2. It's in a random slot out of all these 4, so you just have to get lucky. To be fair, it's no bad thing to do a bit more exploring. We're kind of in casual mode, so I'm just like lying nearly horizontal and barely concentrating, so I don't mind just running around here killing these spectres. This feels really dangerous. I think I'm going to lure them up here and just try and kill some of them. "19's alive," we'll keep that. And we've found the Summoner. Really hard boss, obviously. This new weapon I've just found, it's like naff, but the kill speed on it, it's got more damage, like base damage, and because we're at the moment still doing a lot of melee stuff because our throne isn't that good. We'll get there, but it's like a genuine upgrade. And that's like what's fun about leveling characters for me. It's like, what can I find that's going to make this better? Apparently the pointy stick is good. And we put the staff in the orifice. And then quickly TP out because we have to buy some supplies to beat Duriel. I mean, actually, again, it's normal. We don't need to worry too much about like being too stacked to beat Duriel at the moment. But we'll get a little stacked, just a little bit stacked. So what we're going to do is buy some thawing potions because they give you bonuses to your cold res. They give you 50 cold res and each stack will increase that timer by a certain amount. So we should have a good couple of minutes now to go and take on Duriel. Okay, this is turning out harder than I thought it was going to be. I think I might have had the Valkyrie last time I attempted this. That's why in my head I was like, this is easy. That slow really hurts. I think I'm going to play it safe and run back to town and actually get some potions just to finish them off. Probably could have done it actually with these hits. And that gives us a chainmail and a breastplate. And off into Act 3. We've done it. Looted up. I'll show you what we got. I doubt it's anything great, but it might be useful. That's the thing, it might just be useful. We've got the Cathans. No good for us. Couple of yellows that we'll sell to get that money. and an Eisenheart, which again, not really anything we care about. So exciting loot from Duriel. So join me next time for Act 3.